Welcome back, humble traders. Today I'll be doing a technical breakdown on Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. If you're new to the channel, remember to take a second to give the video a like and subscribe as you'll greatly help out the channel. Do note that I do not provide any buy or sell calls, but I focus on the potential traps stated by the market makers. Without further ado, let's take a look at Alibaba. So you can see that Alibaba had quite a volatile week this week, but we very much closed back to the same price as we started off the week. So there's actually not much changes, but you can see that the cloud has acting as a resistance for the past few days. We have to actually break out above this cloud in order to clear this cloud resistance, because on the way up, the cloud will act as a resistance. So now currently, where exactly are my supports for Alibaba? My supports of Alibaba still actually remain the same. My first support here is just below the 110 support, which is looking about 109, 108, because majority of, or at least some of these retail investors would put their losses just below this 110 psychological support level. So it's important to watch these 108, 109 levels. But in the event that we do break down, then I'm looking at about 104 and 105 for us to close this gap here. Because you can see that this gap was created, and the gaps may be closed first before we can actually go back up once again. But in the event that we do break down those levels, then I'm looking at about a level just below $100 psychological support. You can see that the baseline here is around 98.70. So $98.99 $98.99 will also act as a good support for Alibaba. So in the event that we do clear out and break out of this 124 resistance, where exactly are my potential resistance for Alibaba and also the targets? You can see that the first wave up here, we hit at around about 111.74. So this is considered the first wave up. So if we do project out the second wave, it happens to coincide with the 138 resistance level. So this 138 resistance may be our target for the short term in the event that we are able to break out of this 124 and also break out of this resistance here at 127, 128. You can see that 127, 128 was tested many times and we failed to clear this resistance. So in the event that we can actually clear this 124 with good volume, we should be able to arrive at 138 after clearing this 127 resistance as well. Of course, 130 would also definitely be a psychological resistance that we have to clear. Moving forward, in the event that we actually do climb up further, then potentially we may be looking at another swing. And this swing will start off something like this and can push all the way to, this is the first wave, 124, from a low of 73 to 124. So this is the first wave up. So depending on where we actually close, for instance, if we were to close at around, say, our bottom maybe at 108, 109, then we may potentially hit about 159, which is able to close this back up, close this target, close this gap that was created somewhere in November and December last year. But of course, in the event that we do fall back to perhaps around 90, around 104 before we close the gap, then our target may be about 155, about halfway through the gap to be closed. And also, if we pull down further, then we may potentially just climb up to about a high of 148, 144, which was this high here just before the gap, when we had a very big gap down. So yeah, as of now, it's still quite early to tell, but I'll be watching this resistance very closely. If people, investors are considering to add positions, you can consider adding at perhaps 109. This is where you add your first dollar cost average in the first time. And after that, you can consider adding at 104 as well, 104, 105, when the gap is being closed. And lastly, you can position at 98, 99 to consider doing your last average down. So in the event that the stock were to go up, at least you manage to catch some positions and you manage to average down your position. So that would be ideal. And of course, always go into batches, never go all in at one price, because you will never know whether the stock will continue falling down or you'll actually go up without you having any positions. So yeah, in the event that we can clear 124, I'm looking at about 138 resistance here, with having to clear this 127 resistance. So if there's any changes, I'll give you guys an update. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe as you keep the channel intact. Leave a comment below if you have any other stock tier requests. Till we meet again, appreciate the manipulation.